really not their decision. And it is a bit of a step back. I mean, not just a bit, it's a pretty big step back for her. I think that's the whole stomach feeling like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Unfortunately, sometimes these TV personalities, these women on the Bravo, which I did go and watch a couple because I'd never seen it before. So I did go kind of watch a
Did you
couple.
watch Beverly Hills or something different?
Um, no, I watched the girls in Utah.
Okay, Salt Lake. That's a good one.
Yeah, which let me just say out loud, those girls are absolutely stunning. Oh my God. But the drama. So yeah, of course I was like, I've got to watch another one of these. So I will
That's
probably be watching some, but
that's a good
I just
one.
it is a good one. But I just kind of feel like for her, I just kind of feel like she was pushed out. It was not on her own accord, but she had to make the decision. Otherwise, it would have looked worse on her. And I know it's a reality TV show, but if you get fired from the show, it's harder to go anywhere else to do anything else because then it's hard to get sponsors to do anything. So I think it was probably in the best interests of her to do that because if she would have fought it, she would have lost.
That's the thing. And it's funny because I have a show coming out tomorrow and I recorded it like an hour before this announcement. And when someone makes a statement like this, it's never the person that is never going to leave. Like to me, there's 8 people there now. I mean, there's 6 because 2 of them are part-time. But she is the one that I went on and on and on with about that she was the most likely to be on the chopping block. And she's done a
Right.
great job. Just if you do process of elimination and you compare her to like Kyle and Dorit and the others, I went on and it's airing tomorrow about how she is the one on the chopping block if we're going to get there. So it's always the person when this happens. I believe it, and then I personally never believe it. It's kind of like, well, you were the one, like what was going to happen next season, and she's done a great job. It's just that the show's a little boring, and something has to change. Process of
Right.
elimination, and she is also, I should say, an actress. So when you say like there's other things, like she's taken a step back, she did, she's not Nicole Kidman or Julia Roberts as far as like the career, but she
Right.
has a career. Like there are things, so she will work in Hollywood.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
produces,
she
and
will.
so that's just still that's different than a steady job. So maybe that's what you mean by like the pit in her stomach.
It is, and I just have to say this: the feeling that my God's kind of give me on something like that is even though it's a reality show versus TV or movie acting, um, networks still don't want someone who has been chopped like that. Like they're boring. I mean, not engaging enough, things like that. So I think she's just a little concerned. And I feel like she's not a spring chicken, and unfortunately, time ticks on and you have to go, 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 go. But I think she's going to be fine. I mean, she's not going to, be out in the streets or anything like that. Um, it was for a better good, I think.
I
I
think
just do.
so. And
I just
she's,
don't think she
yeah.
had the charisma. You know what I mean? I don't think she had the charisma like Kyle and all of them because they are fantastic to watch. I watched a couple of YouTubes with Kyle because I mean I knew the name but I didn't really I just don't watch a lot of TV. I don't have time to watch a lot of TV. But I was watching her and she's a fiery little shit. I mean I absolutely love her and I so wished you could get her on your show. Would that
Kyle,
not be interesting?
that would be interesting. I've had many of them on my show. I've never had Kyle on my show. No, not
Well,
that has not
she
happened.
should step up. Kyle, we're calling you.
Well, why don't you put your psychic abilities out there into the world to make that happen? Yeah, I mean, look, and I
I
also
will try.
think she's worked in this business forever. So I think who knows, she could have even gone to them and said, like, level with me. Like, am I the one that's in jeopardy here? And if so, like, I'm gonna head this off and I'm gonna make an announcement. And so it's like maybe like a
Yeah.
muddied water because she's not
Yeah.
dumb. You know?
No, she doesn't feel dumb. Actually, her energies are quite high as far as the intellectual part of her self. And I really think that they probably pushed her out a little bit by telling her, look, this is this is not working. And so she made deal with them to go ahead and put out the statement or whatever that she's leaving.
And you see somebody in her life like romantically, either it started and we don't
I
know about it or it's about to start.
Yeah, yes, and I can almost now. I'm not going to say I'm 100% because I am not God, but I feel like the percentage of this is really high. I feel like there may be a little bit of a, and I don't want to call it a scandal, but a little bit of a scandal with that because I feel like he may be a little younger, like quite a bit younger, but really
Hmm.
like conducive with her energy. And I'm going to say he's probably not in the business. I keep seeing something like medical around him, so he's probably works in the medical field or something. But yeah, that'll make a whole difference in her life and kind of ease the drama and stress of this because as much as sometimes we want to pretend like things don't bother us, they do.
Okay, so like a doctor, a nurse, an EMT,
Mm-hmm.
something
Mm-hmm.
medical, a vet.
Something medical and a little younger.
Okay, I mean, I could see that. What about, so she has a friend, her best
Mhm.
friend, I guess you would say on the show, who's on the show is a woman named Sutton Strack. Now, she was born September 20th, 1971. And so this is, look, so like the way these shows work, like you haven't watched enough of Salt Lake to really know this probably, but like basically, look, it's in the editing too. They decide whose turn it is to have like a bad season, so to speak. So Garcelle will probably be replaced with somebody. So this new person
Right.
is just whatever. There's this woman, Bozama. It's going to be her second season. We all like her. Well, not everybody, but it's not her time. Kyle, like you say, is a Spitfire. Kyle has had two very tough seasons. Like, we're not doing anything to Kyle anymore. There's this girl, Dorit, we've talked about. She's going through a divorce. It's not going to be her turn. I believe, like, this Sutton person is now going to be there without her best friend on the show, Garcelle. So, like, what vibes are you getting for Sutton? Maybe I already gave you
Well,
information, but who knows?
when I look at Sutton, I do. Well, first of all, I do kind of like the energy. I mean, um, actually, to be honest with you, I feel like she may get a little ganged up on. Um, I think that like you said, everybody has a bad season or the season where they're the most dramatic and everything's kind of happened to them. I kind of think it's Sutton's turn to kind of step up to bat like that. Like I feel like there's going to be a lot of talk over the friend leaving, a lot of drama, probably some lies, probably some partial lies, and I think it's going to get a little heated. Good TV though. Like I don't see Sutton going anywhere.
Maybe you like her. She lives in, Bel Air, but she's originally from Augusta, Georgia. So she has that Southern thing going on. Maybe you're feeling a
Maybe I am a
kinship with
little.
her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What about, is she going to have, so you think she's going to have a rough season? You're kind of
I
feeling.
well, I don't know if it's really rough. It's just because I feel like Sutton could handle it. Like I feel like if it came rolling at her, she would probably hit it head on. But it feels like it's just going to be really dramatic. I feel like there's going to. Okay, guys, you know how women are. Somebody says one thing, it says their favorite color is blue. By the time it gets back to you, it's